Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Check out this spin right here. This is not tropical in nature. It's kind of more above our heads. But this spin here, some rain and even some thunderstorms with it, but mainly some rain, some higher seas, some gusty winds. This is going to drift its way out to the west, and we're still watching those new fronts that are sitting back to the north, moving through parts of Canada and the U.S. We'll get to that as well. But you can see right here, here's Antigua, Barbuda, get over toward Anguilla, and just off to the northeast. There's that spin. You see it for yourself, and this is going to work its way off toward the west. Really higher seas. It's going to combine with an area of high pressure to the north to make those winds really strong in some spots. Those seas will be on the higher side and eventually bring in some of those rain showers as we work into part of the upcoming weekend. So that's an area we're going to watch. Now, will it develop tropically? No. Most likely no. I shouldn't say no to anything, right? Especially coming off of this season. But just a very low chance it develops. The European model does kind of see this, if you will, right here, saying in a few days north of Puerto Rico, it has a very tiny, maybe 5% chance of developing into a subtropical storm. There's also a spin out toward the Azores. That one is a little more likely to become a subtropical storm, even if it doesn't. Big wind maker that's going to kind of lift its way up toward the northeast. Watching that in the eastern Atlantic. Now, water temperature is still warm across the Caribbean, relatively speaking, 28, 29 degrees Celsius. So running at about 84 degrees Fahrenheit. That's conducive for tropical development, but this time of year, it's not just the water temperatures. It's very hostile above our heads, which is a good thing, and that's why it's not the hurricane season. And we usually don't get tropical development this time of year. Those water temperatures, especially coastal sections of the Gulf of Mexico, those have really been dropping. Some spots even down in the 60s, a lot of them in the 70s Fahrenheit, running at about 24, 25 degrees Celsius. Now, watching this spin, you see it right here. You see all of this rain. Here's Bermuda, all of this rain here. Now, that front that rolled through the United States even brought some flooding to parts of Boston. That has moved off, but that is weakened near Bermuda. So that just kind of falls apart. So this spin just sits there. Here comes another front diving down out of the Great Lakes, and I'm going to zoom down in a moment as we track some scattered rain in the Caribbean. But you see right here, here is that spot still as we work our way deeper into Sunday, still kind of sitting there. These fronts kind of weaken across the United States and parts of Canada. So even as we work our way into next week, kind of rare how this just sticks around. Still this area to monitor. Now, it may just kind of shoot toward the Bahamas, in Puerto Rico, over toward the Turks and Caicos, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, and fall apart, or it may just kind of sit out there for several days. Either way, it's going to increase some of those winds. Now, this is that little spin that we'll be watching out here. There'll be some of the gustier winds, kilometers an hour and miles per hour on your map to keep you covered. Area of high pressure builds to the north, so kind of right in between. Those strong winds are going to be around as we work our way into the weekend for some of us. This is by Saturday. You can see the white showing up. Some of the gust, open waters, upwards of 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles per hour. Same thing as we work our way into Sunday. Stronger winds right through the Bahamas, generally north of Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, and the British and U.S. Virgin Islands. It's this little area in here that as that spin works our way, it is going to help to filter in some of the stronger winds. But check out these seas, how much they're going to be building. So we are choppy across the Caribbean. Here's meters, here's feet on the right-hand side of your screen, and everything really builds. Look how much it builds. Here we are in the Bahamas. You get over toward Bermuda right here. This red on the map, that's about 5 meters. So we're talking of about 15, maybe 16 feet. The seas are going to be really dangerous, building further. This here is by Sunday. So Sunday, the very high seas around. Still a bit choppy as we work our way into the Western Caribbean, parts of the Gulf of Mexico. They subside somewhat, but still some dangerous seas across much of the Atlantic as we work our way into early next week. Now, watching this area just to the north, kind of spitting in a few showers. So Puerto Rico, for example, U.S. British Virgin Islands, we're not looking at a washout, but some spotty showers will be possible. Look at us in Trinidad and Tobago through Guyana. Some of this rain just off toward the east may try to clip us by. So keep an eye on that through the weekend. This here is by Sunday. Belize, we could get a few showers around. Back through Guatemala, northern Honduras, kind of hit or miss on Sunday. Cayman Islands, Cuba, But there's that rain. We'll just kind of monitor together how close it gets. Does it kind of dive in? Does it work its way off to the west a little bit more? But this spin is going to be sitting out there for several days. So watching that as we go forward. Very active pattern as we work our way through December. So here's Bermuda, Atlantic region of Canada. That front moved by, but there's that blob of rain, if you will, just kind of hanging tough. And here come these additional fronts. This here is by Sunday. This one doesn't look to be a big one diving down out of Quebec and the Great Lakes. And there's that area of rain that we're just going to be watching for days and days just off toward the east of the Bahamas. So you can see that rain right there, those higher totals over the open waters, but that's going to be wiggling our way. Northern sections of the Dominican Republic, we had some rain yesterday, and we could get some totals today of about 50 millimeters of rain or 2 inches of rain. Even northern sections of Haiti, watching eastern Cuba, Cayman Islands, Jamaica for us, we're only looking at a hit or miss shower as we work our way into the weekend. With that breeze around, we could get some of those fast moving showers with that spin to the northeast, back toward the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, watching Tortola, over toward St. Croix, St. Thomas, Anguilla, St. Martin, St. Bart's, St. Kitts and Nevis, hit or miss fast-moving showers and breezy. But some of that rain that we're watching near Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago could just kind of give us a few rounds of showers this weekend, not looking at a washout. But you see a little bit of that kind of a purple-ish shading showing up. A few spots may get around an inch or two of rain, or 25 millimeters of rain to 50 millimeters of rain. Most of us will be a lot lower than that, but it will be higher in Guyana. That's where we're going to see that better chance of rain, which I was just showing you with that model. Some spots could get upwards of 3, maybe 4 inches of rain, 75 millimeters of rain or higher. And then just watching some areas of rain, not a washout, but some near Costa Rica, Nicaragua, a little bit more near Belize, in northern Honduras, that pocket, eastern Guatemala, better chance of rain. Yucatan Peninsula, not as much. Mexico proper, Mexico City, north through Texas, that rain chance staying very low over the next 3 days. So you see that rain chance isn't super high, but by Sunday, we can get a few more showers around across Jamaica. I'll be watching that for us. Keep me posted in the comments. Cayman Islands, I see that rain chance bumping up a notch by the time we get into Sunday, a 40% chance. But there's some of the active weather. Trinidad and Tobago, best chance of rain would be Trinidad, southern sections of getting some scattered showers as we work our way through the weekend. 50% chance of some showers with that easterly flow across Barbados this weekend, but it's not a washout. St. Lucia, 20% chance today, 40% chance tomorrow, and a 30 to 40% chance today through the weekend in Grenada. St. Vincent the Grenadines, rain chance 30% today, 40% tomorrow, and a 50% chance on Sunday. 20% chance for today, 30% chance on Saturday, building a bit on Sunday in Martinique. So rain chance gradually goes up as we get into the weekend. Isolated shower, watching us across Dominica, 40% chance this weekend in Guadeloupe. Rain chance 20% today, Antigua, Barbuda, but as that spin gets a little closer, the rain chance bounces up a touch. By the time we hit Sunday, a 40% chance, and it will be breezier. And you see St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat by Sunday, about a 50% chance of some of those scattered fast-moving showers. Anguilla and St. Bart's, same thing, rain chance trending up as we go throughout the weekend. And we do that again, St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. 30% chance tomorrow, but a 50% chance with that breeze around on Sunday. And even in Puerto Rico, with that spin sitting just to the northeast, the rain chance will bounce up. Not a washout, but a better chance of some rain around on Sunday for some of us. U.S. and British Virgin Islands, same thing. 30% chance tomorrow, about a 50% chance as we work our way into Sunday. 30% chance the next couple days in the Bahamas. Best chance will be southern Bahamas. 40% chance on Sunday. 20% chance today, Turks and Caicos. 30% chance tomorrow. A 50% chance on Sunday. Northern sections of the Dominican Republic, that's where we have a better chance of rain. Rain chance stays generally low in Haiti, but Port-au-Prince to the north, that's where we could see some of those showers as you get into our northern sections. Belize, rain chance about 50% through this weekend. Let me know your location and what you're getting or not getting across Belize. Rain chance holding at about 30% in Aruba and about a 20 to 30% chance in Curacao over toward Bonaire, but watching out for some isolated areas of flooding in Guyana as we work our way into the weekend, and still pretty active in Suriname, starting to drop off though by the time we get into Sunday. Best chance of getting some spotty showers in Cuba would be eastern sections, western and central, mainly dry. 40% chance of those scattered showers the next couple days, Costa Rica and Panama, closer to the Caribbean, better chance of some rain. Through the weekend, Nicaragua, we're looking at a 40% chance. Best chance of rain in Honduras will be northern sections and even back toward Roatan. Rain chance 30% in Guatemala and El Salvador. Eastern sections closer to Belize, where we could see some of those showers. Mexico City, we're mainly dry. Some cool nights as well, some chilly nights through the weekend. Yucatan Peninsula, Merida, Campeche, Cozumel, Cancun, rain chance staying pretty low through the weekend, closer to Belize. We could get a few showers around northern Colombia, rain chance 20%, 30% chance through the weekend, northern Venezuela, and about a 30 to 40% chance just watching that kind of dying front through Bermuda. Seas are going to pick up. Winds are going to be picking up, though. So tracking that system that is just off to the northeast, kind of edging our way, starting to move in, and that does bump up some of the rain chances as I was just showing you this weekend. Some of the gustier winds, higher seas, which I showed you earlier in the video, and those series of cold fronts to the north, I'll be tracking those getting closer. We could get some bigger ones leading into Christmas, and I'll be tracking that ahead right here. So thank you for subscribing and being part of this channel. Have a good weekend ahead.